Good morning, everybody. It is Wednesday, September 19th. This is an early morning review unbox video of the new Leo NPD non-player driver's mobile suit from Gundam Build Divers. Why am I doing this video so early? Well, I've got to start getting up early because it's my new gig, and I like getting up early anyway. As you can see, my little buddy here, the Scorcher, he's going to be my new little mascot. Why? Because I just love this little mech. I really do love this little mech. But let's put him aside for a second. So basically, this is from, like I said, the rather new anime series, Gundam Build Divers. It's not a sequel, but it is a sequel to Gundam Build Fighters. And Fighters Try is like the next evolution of it. So it's interesting. You got more variants with this series. I haven't watched everything in the series as of yet. But I just picked this one up because I just happen to have a little extra cash, and I'm already working on, on the new build of the Leo. This was the Gundam Evolution project version, and I'll do a more full review of that one later because I am working on it. We'll get into that after we unbox this. So I'm suspecting it's basically the same exact thing. The only difference is, like you see right here on the shoulders, it doesn't have those like interlocking parts, or rather on the chest piece. And then the shoulders do have extra pieces. We're going to look at everything here in a second. Have not opened it yet. So here we go. Let's take off the cellophane and read all the unreadables. And I'm probably going to go ahead and build this one up tonight. Not going to repaint it or anything like that. I don't think, unless these colors are actually god awful and they require painting. Alright, so now that the cellophane is off, if you're going to go with the anime colors, it looks right off the bat, his machine gun, or her machine gun, however you want to make it, they actually did do two different colors on it. So you've got a gunmetal here, like an oily steel here, and on this part right here, and then this is more of a darker steel. Dare I say, even has a green tint to it. So that's interesting. Colors here look like the feet are the standard brown, as are the joints that came with it. They're more of like an olive drab, a very brownish olive drab. I'm not sure what the color is. But that's the color, like most of the foot. I know all the joints are like that from the other Leo, as are the ball joints on the shoulders, and these joints as well, and the knees, and then the hands as well. Okay, but everything else, it looks like this is just a regular gray, like a flat gray, a baby powder blue. And then what's interesting is it does come with 4 different head types, and we're going to look at that because that's what piqued my interest the most. So let's go ahead and look at the unreadables real quick. Stylish proportions and smooth moving mechanisms for dramatic action poses. Oh, pen, pineapple, apple, pen. Anyway, 2 beam sabers equipped in the side of the shield. Of course, it comes with the shield. Got the machine gun there. Let's see. So here's the part that really caught my eye. 4 types of head units and 3 types of shoulder armor are included. Okay, so we've got the standard Leo armor that we're all used to from Gundam Wing. Then you have this ribbon type armor, and then a much fuller version of this. Okay, so there's a little bit of variance there. Then of course we've got the heads. So we got basically like a ballistic helmet type head, more of a GM type head, Cherno Noble type head, Cherno from Pacific Rim, and then this hybrid head, which is kind of interesting. I have not seen that before. Okay, and then it just says here the machine gun, a structure that can be gripped with both hands. Then of course the usual Let's Build Gunpla accessories that you can get. I have not seen the tilt rotor pack. I'm looking for the tilt rotor pack. I would really love to get the tilt rotor pack, but I haven't found it. More art here, and just a bit of the story. showing the sides of this. A gunpla based on the mass-produced Leo, featured in Mobile Suit Gundam Wing. They come in several variations of head units and shoulder armor. They are piloted by non-player divers (NPD) and are AI-controlled mobile suits (NPDMS) deployed throughout the dimension. Programmed to be a strong foe or a trusty ally depending on the mission. The high versatility of the base kit has been put to use, and the MS can be seen anywhere in the GBN. Gunpla, basically GPN is a Gunpla Battle Nexus Online, an online game which uses Gunpla. Raikou of Yukio get their classmates Momoka to participate and dive into the game's vast world. So basically, if you're not familiar with the animated series, it's basically a giant MMO using Gunpla, just like they did in the Gundam Build Divers, Gundam Build Fighters. It's just the next evolution of it. It's an interesting show. Divers is a little bit more kid friendly. Excuse me, than the previous versions. I mean, there's no doubt the previous versions were kid friendly. The Divers, from the 3 episodes I've seen, is a little bit more kid friendly. It's still enjoyable to watch, very fun. It's always great watching, your favorite gunplas from various series fight it out with each other in various incarnations of them. So yeah, I give it a try. It may not be for everybody. That's admitted. But let's go ahead. For now, we're opening it up. So right off the bat, like I suspected, this frame, and you know what? I will bring out the other Leo frame so we can show the difference here. So we got several frames. We're gonna do this frame by frame. I'm gonna open this up. I'm gonna talk about the brown frame. And then a little commentary also. I'm really not liking. I'm always saying that I've been, and all of us have been, really spoiled by Bandai in that they put together great kits. Everything goes together really good. Very little trouble. The problem is the polycaps. The polycap count has become less and less and less and less. And quite literally, since this is going to build up like the regular Leo that I've already started, these are all the polycaps you need. All the other joints, remember there used to be polycaps for the hip joints and everything? Those have been replaced by this. This is your knee joint right here. One of these. Which one of these? Anyway, so that's that joints, and joints. All of those have replaced polycaps. And this is the same exact frame as the Leo, as regular Leo. I know there's a lot going on. Let me clear off the screen a little bit so you can see the color difference. So this is from the NPD Leo, and just holding it up against the other Leo. Same exact frame, except in different colors. Like I said, the original Leo is more of that olive drab color that you can see here. It's kind of washed out by the light, but it's a green, it's very deep green, and this is very much almost like a rose brown, much lighter brown. It's not quite dark. It's not quite as light as rose brown, but it's pretty close to it. Okay, so this is the same frame as you would see in there, which is what I thought. Put this part over here. Frame A. Same thing as I thought. In the Leo, the regular Leo version, this is just the NATO green color, pretty close to NATO green. Same parts here, except it does have a few extra parts. Now here's what's interesting. Okay, so the image Here's the chest piece, right? All of these NPC units use the same chest piece, but you do have the regular Leo chest piece here. Now, with this part right here. So where is the other chest piece? I'm expecting we'll have to look in the instruction manual, but either there's something that's going to cover that up, or I'm not seeing another chest piece here. Oh, there's a light blue runner over there. So far this looks like it's the normal Leo unit. So if you want to build a normal Leo, you should be fine with this alternate color if you don't want to do any custom schemes. But let's just skip ahead to this piece, because I think this is where the chest was. Yeah, we're gonna go ahead and skip over here. This will be runner C. So the two beam sabers, not much really to say about that. Alright, so here's the part I was suspecting. Okay, so there's a side of the head cowling for one of the Leo head builds. The gun, like I said, it's not black, it's this greenish color. Not even quite sure what color green that is. It's very dark. It's darker than olive drab, that's for certain. Anyway, more joint pieces right here. These cover up your joints here. This is your waist unit, obviously foot, shield, backpack, and front. So yes, if you want to do the regular Leo build, you can. It's right here. There's the chest piece for it. Okay, so now it said 4 different colors for the eyes. I thought, honestly, that it was going to come with 4 different clear parts. It does not. It comes with, or rather, it's got 4 heads, but rather has 3 different eye colors. So your eye colors are limited to this, and they're stickers. That is disappointing. I would have much liked to have clear parts for it. The only clear part is the standard Leo head right here for its mono eye. That's it. So let's look at other stuff. Right, so this might be the alternate. Yeah, there's the alternate chest piece right here. So the alternate chest piece, here it is right here, and the alternate back. So basically you've got 2 different kits that you can build here. You can build your standard Leo kit, or you can build the NPD kit version. I'm going to go with the NPD because I want this light blue. Here's your alternate shoulder pieces, which more than likely can be, actually I'm going to say with 100% certainty, they can be switched out with the normal Leo kit. So here's some option parts for it and an optional head. Now what I didn't like about the Leo is that its standard head unit, which now that I'm actually looking here, so we'll look at that here. Let me look back here real quick. I see the 2 sides for the head over there. Okay, so yeah, you've actually got 1, 2, 3, 4. These are the 4 NPD heads. And if you go back to runner A, here is your standard Leo head. It's these pieces right here. That's for your standard faceplate, the head cowling, and the lower part of the head. So you've actually got 5 different heads to choose from. That's interesting. That's cool. That's a nice little touch. So yeah, you got the 5 heads to choose from. And what I said earlier about the clear piece, here's the other pieces for the eyes. So there's your mono eye right there for your sticker, that weird half dome eye, and then this one's like for the Cherno Alpha type eye there. So there's that. So yeah, so you could build 2 different Gunpla with 5 different head piece options, but only 3 colors for the eye. But since it does have the clear parts for it, it kind of makes up for the clear parts not being painted. I don't know which eye I'm going to go with, or which head. I might go with this one because I do want to do it in a female form. But these are good option parts to have, which I suspect should work very well for other Gundams. So you've got like 5 different heads to do your customizations. And then these pieces here, I'm not sure what they are because they did not come with the standard Leo. I'm assuming these are some extra NDP pieces. This looks interesting here. These are some type of joints, obviously. These probably are joints for the shoulder units to put a shield on, to put the shield on. This looks to be like some type of waist unit, probably in the front or the back. I don't know. We'll take a look here in the instructions shortly. Of course, you always have this, the assembly instructions, which I have to again say they've been knocking it out of the park when it comes to instructions, especially with their translations now being available in English as well. Very, very cool. I like that. So just more information on it. We're not going to read all this time. Model number Oz06MS NPD, 16.2 meters tall, height 6.9 tons. And let's just take a look here real quick. You know how they open up. So here's the back side, history of the NPD, so on and so forth. I just find it funny that it mentions these 4 head units, does not mention the original Leo unit head that it comes with. So yeah, bonus there. Was not expecting that. So the usual parts. Okay, so let's see. So the X's, you're not using the Leo head, obviously. And you're not supposed to, but you can. And then there's a regular Leo chest pieces right there. I forgot what these are for the Leo. You're not using, it's actually Xing out pretty much everything for the standard Leo unit. If you have a standard Leo unit, you'll know exactly what they're supposed to be. If you don't, I can look into scanning the instructions for you if you'd like. Just let me know. I will do that, no problem. Like I said, it shouldn't be too much of a big difference. Actually, the biggest difference will be right about here. That's it. So pretty easy instructions there. Head, shoulders, and there's a train going by. It's actually not even near my house. It's about half a mile away. You got that. Choose your head. I don't know. I might go with this one because it looks like a female form. But I really do like this GM head. But I think I'm going to use that for another one. Another gun that I have. And just your standard stuff here. And here you can see, this is a good example on the leg unit. This used to be a polycap back in the day. Now it's this hard plastic piece that goes here and it goes here. You got to assemble it all around. There you go. I just don't like it because I like the polycaps. I was able to take apart everything and paint it, prime it that way. Now you pretty much have to prime each piece individually and do your sanding. I mean, if you're serious about your modeling, it's not a big thing. It's something that's common. However, that takes up more time than what normally would have been needed. Adds about twice the amount of time, to be totally honest with you. So yeah, that's your instructions. Everything is complete. There you go. So that is the NPD Gunpla Leo. Like I said, I'd really like to get this tilt rotor pack. I've seen the spinning blaster once. Was not really impressed by it. I do want to get this. So if anybody can hook me up with that, the Platimos arms, I don't remember how to pronounce it. It's been a while since I've watched 00. If anybody can hook me up with that, let me know, please, because that looks interesting. And then the ballistic weapons, I think I have that already. 24th century weapons, I have not seen the 24th century weapons, so I don't even know what's in that kit. It's in those option parts. Alright, so that's about it. That's everything in here. We're going to put these stickers in a safe little environment, put them back in a bag, since they are metallics. So like I said, I'm not really sure if I want to repaint this, because I really do like this blue color scheme that's on here, and I don't have a blue to match this. Well, you know what, this blue actually reminds me of Space Wolf blue from Citadel Games Workshop, 40K Space Wolves blue. That actually looks like that. So I think I have that blue already. Space Wolves are not my army. I know, disappointing to some of you, but I like the Carcharodons. I just like the bloodthirstiness and the lack of talking. Sometimes words just waste time. Anyway, so yeah. So now on to other things. Today at 12 p.m. Central Standard Time is the beginning of the CAV Kickstarter. CAV 3 Kickstarter starts today at 12 noon. There will be a live stream going on when the event goes live. I am going to go ahead and back that because I am very interested in CAV. I have one unit, and it is very interesting. Cav minis are very affordable. They're anywhere from $5 to $7 a piece, and they're made in the same material as the Reaper Bones material. If you're familiar with Reaper miniatures, it's a plastic, but in the case of Cav minis, it retains the details very, very, very well. Far better than the fantasy miniatures that you get from the Bones line, which, you know, that's what this box is full of up here, some bones. So yeah, it's very affordable. You don't need like a whole massive amount of units. And from what I'm understanding, this new version, because I've not played Cav before, never played it, but now the interest is growing locally, so now it's worth my while. I've got two people locally, two friends who actually have it. They are going to start playing, so that should be cool. The other thing that I do want to mention real quick was, I know I posted up 24 to 48 hour build off that I was doing with Mex. So you're probably wondering, dude, it's like a couple days later, what happened? Alright, so this is totally off the review. So my hands, as some of you know, I am diabetic and I have neuropathy, diabetic neuropathy. In a nutshell, what that means, if you don't know what it means, basically your nerves are dying out. I mean, that's the most simplest, basic way to do it. In my case, it started with, the best example I could give you is, imagine going into a pool of water up to your waist. Now try to run. And you know how that friction is when you're in that big body of water trying to move your legs. That's my daily way of walking. Every day, that's how it feels to me. Like I'm walking in a giant pool of water trying to catch up to everything. So I can't walk very fast. Unfortunately, once you have diabetic neuropathy, it spreads. Excuse me. There's no way to stop it. You can slow it down, but there's no way to cure it, no way to stop it. So it has spread to my hands. I've been rather quiet about that for a while. To the point where if I'm working on something, my hands, and even now, see, that's the way I hold them. I used to be able to, they were always, you know, palms open like that, but they're closing up. Basically what will happen is my hands will lock up like this. It won't hurt. It doesn't hurt at all, and I won't notice it until I'm actually working on something. And then the only two fingers I have available to use are this, and it'll lock up like that for a good 5 or 10 minutes. And then once it loosens up, you know, I can move it. It'll be very slow like this, but then it becomes very painful, especially right here in the palms and in this joint. And then this finger, my pinky finger, will become ice cold. like literally to the point where I can touch somebody and they'll think that it's a piece of ice. And this is happening in both hands. On my right hand, which is my dominant hand, locks up, but this thumb will go like that, and then it'll be locked like this with only the use of these two fingers. And even then, it's mostly just this finger right here. The middle finger kind of stays up, so if I wanted to do this, I can. But yeah, so this is why I can't work on stuff for very long anymore. Like I said, there's no cure for it. My buddy Scott mentioned using Lyrica. I'm allergic to Lyrica, highly allergic to Lyrica. Can't use it. Just got to deal with it. Put my hands in a bowl of ice cold water for about an hour. That seems to work. So yeah, so the building of Gundams and minis and everything, it's gonna be very, very, very slow, very slow. So that's what's going on with that. So I apologize for not being able to get the video out of the build. Everything's primed and assembled, I just haven't painted it. So yeah, there's that. Alright guys, well thanks for your time. I hope this really helped you decide whether or not you want to get the Leo NPD. Like I said, it looks very cool. It's got an option for 2 different builds, 5 different heads, 4 different shoulder pieces, or 3 different shoulder pieces, 4 different shoulder pieces. And then, like I said, you've got 5 heads, which I was not expecting. And they didn't say anything. And then you can choose to build this in the Leo version, the regular Leo, or the NPD version. Should be interesting. Don't know if I'm going to do straight assembly or do some mods. Actually, I know I'm going to change out that shield. I got an option shield from Kotobukiya that I want to use with this. Actually, I might leave this in the male form with these colors and just do a flat color over it, a flat coat over it. Alright, y'all take it easy, have a good one, I'll talk to you later.